Okay, Skyrim Remastered Khajiit Assassin build, and we're set to legendary difficulty, and we are picking up exactly where we left off at the end of the last episode. All I've done is fast forward time, or waited to make it daytime, and we're going to do this quest, Blood on the Ice.
Hold it there. Keep your distance.
What happened here?
Another girl killed. Served me a drink just a few nights ago. But I can't say I knew her.
Another? This happened before.
Susanna's the third. It's always the same. Young girl killed at night, body torn up.
These murders being investigated.
We're stretched thin as it is with the war. Nobody has the time to spend on this. Not pleasant, but it's the truth.
Can you use some help?
If you want to help, ask some of these. I'm going to examine the body.
Ask some of these gawkers, hey?
This is a shame.
Did you see what happened?
No, sorry. I'm going to keep preparing the body, if you excuse me.
Keep your distance.
What about you?
Always sorry. I thought I saw a fellow running away, but didn't get a good look at him.
And the pickpocket friend.
Terrible.
Keep your distance.
Did you see what happened?
I heard a scream and came running, but she was already like this when
Okay,
I got
that's
here.
it. See the guard again?
Someone has to die.
The Imperial. We got a nickname. Just like always. Nobody saw anything. Look, you'll need to talk. If he's willing, then we'll talk.
So she will send you up to see Yolif, up here in the keep, or whatever these guys call this place. So I fast forwarded time to make it day, because that will mean this guy is downstairs here in the Palace of Kings instead of being upstairs in his quarters asleep. Which means I could have pickpocketed him if I was up there, but this is the guy over here. I'll put the quest on actually. Get rid of these two and put the blood on the ice quest on.
Come around. Don't be so sure of that.
Hey dude,
If you have any news of the Western
I heard about these murders.
These are difficult times. My men are strict. I'm happy to lend a hand as much as I can as well.
Okay, that's it.
If he's not with
Job
us,
done. We're out of
he's
here.
against us.
He knows that. They all know that.
So now that sends us back to the crime scene to investigate it.
What is it, Khajiit?
Probably should have done a practice run of this.
Hello, good to see you.
Have a piece of gold.
Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart.
I know thieves get
Always
armor
a
when I see
pleasure.
it. You're not fooling anyone.
So the goal of this is to get the amulet so we can cast the bound bow, and this lets you cast the bound bow on any character at any level really. There are other ways to do it, but this is a good
The
way.
Imperials think us all. What do you need?
Yeah, I've got permission to
All
investigate.
right then. I noticed a trail of blood leading away from here. Helgerd's taken the body into the Hall of the Dead to prepare for burial. She's a
Okay.
little crazy, but if she knows anything, it's dead bodies.
Alright. That will either send you into there to talk to Helgrid,
So
or
do
you
the
can
outlaws.
follow the blood trail which will lead you up here to the house. So we go up here and it'll trigger the next part of the quest when we get the front door. Alright, this is a master lock. You can mess around with this, but I really don't want the I don't want lock picking to increase. This character's a slow build. I've got no standing stones active because I don't want to level up quickly without buying training along the way. So I'm not going to pick the lock because I don't really want lock picking to
Maybe
increase.
you've seen masks.
So I'm going to go up here, and I think her name's Tova. Tova Shattershield. We're going to find her and get the key to the house.
I lost
Now
my
that's her
twin sister a
daughter.
while back.
If she's not
Have you
here,
ever lost anyone close?
just wait an hour.
I lost my twin sister a while back.
Stop talking.
Have you ever lost anyone close?
Yeah, I have. Wait another hour. There she is, Tova.
I've been a bit not really sure what to do. I'm sorry. She was very... I'd rather not talk about my daughter.
Okay, you can say you have authority, or you're trying to find out who did it. I was trying to help. And
Well, all right. Yerim? Well, I'm not sure what
She will give you the key to the
find there, but
house.
You're welcome to have a look.
Okay, we've got the key to the house. Back to the house we go. God, I'm running around like I'm drunk again. I've got a new controller. It seems more sensitive. I've been struggling ever since I started this character, actually. Alright, we got the key to the house. Hopefully we can get this done and get the bound bow in this episode as well. In this house there's not much to loot. There's a few bottles laying around, but it's all a pain in the ass to pick up. So if you look in this chest, you will look in the chest, come on, and take the journal. And then if you go over into this room, there is this wardrobe with a false back. It'll take you in here, and there's another, what are they? Actually linen wraps, we don't want linen wraps. Another journal, we'll take the journal. Fendal, out of the way. Always in doorways, move buddy. Thank you. And over here, there is a strange amulet that you take and pick up one of these, read the butcher letters, and that's it. We've done the investigation of the house. So now we have to follow up the clues from here. Any salt? Perfect. We don't want flour. So now we have to follow up the clues. That's right, we have to go back to the Yorlif and see him.
Be careful.
Be careful.
You should unload some of that unwanted gear.
We should.
Head over to Sadri's used wares. Talk to the elf.
Talk to the elf. We'll take his arrows. Although I don't want to level up, I do want arrows, and I do want to increase pickpocket on this character.
If he's not with us,
So we talk to this dude.
He knows that.
How goes the investigation?
Can you tell me anything about the butcher?
Have you been talking to Viola Giordano? She posts us all over the city, and someone keeps taking them down.
You think
Ask her about it if you want an earful.
if by message you
Okay.
Safe.
shoving a sword
We've
through
seen
his
him.
gullet.
Now it will send us back out here. Sometimes the quest markers get a bit confusing to follow the first time you do this.
What do you need?
Now we've got that amulet. You can actually sell that amulet off. So we will go and sell the amulet off. First things first, make some gold. I think you get 500 gold for it from memory. And it's this place here. House of
Can I
Curiosities.
help you?
Oh, forgot how much stuff's in here. We're definitely coming back to rob this place.
Welcome to the House of Curiosities. I offer a brief tour for a few coins, or you can simply browse at your leisure.
No, I want to know about this amulet.
Let me... Tradition. I would... For a piece like that, I could
So he
pay
mentions in that dialogue about the
500
court
gold.
mage. And you have a deal and you get
Wonderful.
500 gold.
This will be a splendid addition to my private collection.
500 gold. Perfect, let's go. Let's say Fendal looks good in Thieves Guild armor. Now I think we can just go straight up and see the court mage. If you... Where the... Oh yeah, I know where I'm going. You can go and see there's that floating marker up there. You can go and see that lady and she'll tell you. She's the one that posts all those Beware of the Butcher posters that we picked one up of. But we can bypass all of that and not bother, I think. I'm wishing I did do a dry run through before I started this. Don't go and see him, bypass him, otherwise the quest gets longer. He sends you off to do more shit. But I think we can go up here and see the court mage. after you sell the amulet, and he will give you the clue to where the murderer is going to be next.
Whatever you... If Ulfric needs a favor, he has it. Anyone else better pay well for the service.
Nah, didn't work. I got it wrong. I knew I should have done a dry run.
And steel are well and good.
Right, get out of the way, Fendal. Come on. Dude, out of the doorway. Definitely got this all wrong. So you don't come in here and see him. You must have to go and see that lady as well. Where is she now? She's usually wandering around the Grey Quarter somewhere. Where are you, woman? She's going to be all the way at the other end of Windhelm. Alright, we need to talk to you.
After what happened, the guards won't help. The people won't help. I'm the only one who thinks.
Oh, that's right. I got to do this. I found this journal.
What's it say? But this information needs to go straight to the steward. He'll listen to you.
Okay. Now that's the bit you need to avoid. Don't go straight to the steward, otherwise he sends you messing around again. Go straight up and see the wizard now. Oh, well, at least it only cost me about a minute.
And what would you have me do?
If he's not with
Bypass
us,
the court wizard, the steward, and go up and see the court wizard now. And then you should be able to ask this guy about the
I'd
murders.
explain my research, but you'd just be confused.
There you go. I heard you dabble in necromancy. That's what you need to do.
I beg your pardon? Necromancy. They haven't allowed necromancy for hundreds of years.
Found your journal and amulet.
My what now? I've never kept a journal, I can assure you. What exactly did this amulet look? Now I know it. That is the necromancer's amulet of legend.
Of legend.
It appears you were at least half right. There is necromancy at the heart of this.
So what can we do now?
I've been noting a pattern to when the killings... Now that we know they're tied into some sort of necromantic ritual, let's see... From a Lordus of Last Seed until a Midas of Hearthfire, it will happen soon, very soon. Keep watch in the Stone Quarter tomorrow night. That's almost certainly where the killer will strike next.
There you go. Job done. I'm going to mix some potions quickly while I'm here. We need some to sell and we need some invisibility potions. So selling ones, I'm just going to go with Death Bell, garlic and salt, which are the ingredients we have the majority of. They're not super expensive potions, but I can mix a heap of them. Okay, that'll give me 15 potions to sell, and we will make some invisibility, Nirnroot and Lunar Mothwing. Make 5 of them, quit alchemy. Gets us a bit closer to our next level up, which we need to take before we can buy some archery training, which is probably the next on the agenda, to level archery up to 40 so we can put 3 perks in there. Get some more damage out of this bound bow once we get it. Alright, so that's it. We're done there. We'll go back to the main square and get this amulet. Did I give you a piece of gold? I think I did.
I'm glad to see.
Yeah, I did already.
Always a pleasure.
Back up to the square. Maybe sell some potions off. Ah, I know one thing I have to do too. Is I want to
Everyone says Yorland Greymane.
buy a couple of bits of steel.
Blades, helmets, pretty much anything.
What
to
do you got
suit
for
your
sale? You got a couple of steel ingots? You have. Items. Apparel. Yeah, I have the
needs.
amulet
Whether
on.
it's arp, need some metal hammered.
What do you got for sale?
Looking to protect yourself.
I
or
know I've
deal
got some
damage.
stolen leather strips, so we just need 2 ingots. We'll buy those 2 ingots.
If you meet anyone in your travels,
Quickly improve our daggers.
send them my way.
Don't I have some smithing gauntlets? No, I have alchemy gauntlets. Alright. Now I could put this steel smithing perk in if I had a spare perk, but it wouldn't make any difference to this at the moment. You'd need to get smithing to 20 and I'm only at 15 before I get any benefit from the steel perk really. So we'll increase these to 12, which makes a big difference. It's only 4, but that's 4 times 30 because of the damage. We might actually get Fendel and put him down here out of the way for a bit.
Can't just throw the big log
Come here,
out
Fendel.
there.
Come on,
Gotta have the
come down
little
here.
ones, too.
You need to wait here for a
What
minute,
can I do
buddy.
for you, friend? You go on ahead.
Otherwise, you'll mess up my plan. I should be able to backstab this bloke when he turns up. So we will rock over here. Maybe before we do all this, I will sell a few of these potions to make a bit of money.
Take a look.
I'll sell you some of these potions that I just mixed while we're here. She's got no gold. Ah, okay.
Thank you.
What about you? Have you got any gold?
You need anything, come see me. I have a lot of
Obviously
respect
I
for-
haven't.
Some may call this junk. Me?
He's got nothing either.
Be sure to stop by
Right.
Sabri's used wares in the Grey Quarter.
We won't be doing that. I am going to put on my Dark Brotherhood gear. I'm going to get my daggers ready. And we're going to wait till dark. So we'll wait till about 8 o'clock, I guess, and then we'll just slowly fast forward time till this guy appears. So he's not here yet.
You need anything, come see me. I'm
We
as
will
resourceful as I
Fast forward time again.
discreet.
The lady's there. And where's the guy that's going to murder her? That's the lady this guy's going to come and try and murder. And we'll take him straight out. And we've caught the murderer. And when we look on his body, there is our Necromancer's Amulet. So it increases magic by 50 points. Conjuration spells cost 25% less. But the downside is health and stamina regenerate a lot slower. But that's fine. We will we'll have to put up with that. And it is actually the guy that we sold the amulet to. So we can go back and take all the stuff out of his house. Alright, we are done. What about you? Do you talk to me after I saved your life?
If the guards would listen to Viola, they'd have caught the butcher by
Oh,
now.
I just caught the butcher and saved your life, you ungrateful elf. Alright, mister,
Heading out?
follow me.
Excellent.
We're going for a run. So we have the amulet, we can cast the bound bow when we get it, so let's go and get the bound bow. Now usually between here and the bound bow I would pick up a huge amount of ingredients like jazzbay grapes, creep cluster, dragon's tongue, things like that. But I might get the bound bow.
I love my husband, but he can be a bit...
Oh, her husband's a bit dull. There's lots of people in Skyrim talking about how they don't like other people. I'm an assassin. If you pay me, I'd kill your husband. And I'm pretty sure we're going to get... We've been doing a bit of stealing, so... we are pretty likely to get some bandit thugs come along soon. I'll just pick up any ingredients I run past. Normally on the way up here I would... there's a few ore seams, like this one here, which is why I picked up the pickaxe when I was in the Thieves Guild. I'd mine these, and there's a couple more along the way as well. And I would actually be grabbing Jasbay grapes and snowberries, anything that I could find along the way here. But like I said, I think I'll get up here, I'll get the bound bow done, and then I'll go for a bit of a walk back through here and pick up these like Jasbay grapes and dragon tongues that are all around here. So pretty much we just head along the top here, along the river's edge, and creep clusters the other thing I'd be picking up as I ran up here to Fort a Mile. I'll grab a few ingredients along my way. Up here we need to change course because we will run into some wolves. We'll sneak behind this guy, see if we can get a bit of a sneak increase. Quickly mine the iron ore. Save me having to come back this way. Because we need to start working on smithing soon. It's quite weird having Fendal's footsteps. We want to avoid that fella down there. Big time. We do not want to be messing with a saber cat at this stage. So if we go along here till we see the village, then we get down here, we cross the river into the village, because if I go up that hill in front of me over here, if I go up that way, which is the straight line to Fort Amal, well noticed, Vendal, it's a cave full of spiders. There's 3 wolves up the top there usually. Here's our other, oh it's Corundum. We'll mine that anyway. It all sells. And we might get a couple of gems out of it as well to sell. Jasbay grapes, creep cluster. Dragon's tongue. So we'll cross the river here. Come on, Fendal, swim. Pick up a couple of chicken's eggs on the way. I cannot walk past ingredients, they make money. They are funding this build. Purple and blue. Uh-oh. I'm so paranoid about running into banded thugs at the moment. Or hired thugs, rather.
Imperial business.
Imperial business. So I think what I'll do, I will be strong enough now to actually backstab some of these mages. I don't know that I'm actually strong enough to take on the ones that are actually inside. So I will be just sneaking past those ones. But the ones on the outside, I'm going to have a bit of fun and backstab. There's more Tapanella here. And this is probably the point where I'm going to get Fendal to wait for me.
Did you bring a torch? These old forts can get pretty dark inside.
Yeah, well.
Can I help you?
Wait here,
You go
please.
on ahead.
Alright, so I've done this heaps of time. I know where these guys are. There'll be one walking around the front of the fort, which we will quickly poke our head up there here and see if we can find him. There's one on top of the main entry on the way in, and he's... that guy's right around the other side there. He's heading off round to the side of the fort. The one on the top of the main gate up there is really aware. He detects you very quickly. Although he's not super aggressive, he'll detect you, but then he won't do anything about it. So we want to get this guy over here. He is detecting me. They're quite aware, these guys, for some reason. It might be it's just the first time you've come into their area. A little bit of an anomaly. Where is he going to walk to? I really want him to... He does at some stage walk down here on the path in front of me. But it doesn't look like he's going to do that. He's going to make things awkward for me. He or she, I can't tell what it is. Okay, now she's coming down onto the path. And I'm pretty sure she will detect me again as I get closer to her. No, she's not. We have a clear run at her now. Alright. Now we'll get up here and get out of the way of this mage that's on top of the main gate. I'm using the pull the weapons out and sneak faster technique. So if you've got a weapon dagger in each hand, you can pull it out and sneak faster. We're going to go straight for the mage at the alchemy table. And get our level up that we wanted. And it's almost time. I need to go over to the guardian stones, standing stones, and pick up the warrior stone, so my one-handed starts to increase. So let's see. This mage here will kill me straight up. I cannot fight her one-on-one, or him, whatever it is. It's usually a her. So I'm going to put a shot on her and bring her to me. Come up the top here, change to my daggers. Where is she? Where is she? There she is. She's below me. She should reset, I hope. It's the goal, is to get her to reset. Come on. Reset. And we can go after her. Job done. There is another mage up in the top there. How are we going for time? Let's do this. Let's mess with them. If we put a shot on the stairs, we should be able to get this mage out of there. There she is there. Come on, come down the stairs. Come and investigate that arrow. That's what we wanted. Let's pull the same trick again, hey? Up over the top. Below me. Gone to where the arrow was fired. Reset. Daggers out. No. I already had my daggers out. Oh, we won't. Will we let her get on level ground and go for the pretty kill animation? We might as well. And I missed it anyway, I cocked it up. Might as well take our arrow back. That's it. Enough messing around with mages. Let's get the bound bow and end this episode. So I am not going to mess with these mages in here. This is an invisibility potion job. So I have 6 invisibility potions. I'm going to go through the door, pop an invisibility potion. Race up, pick up the bound bow and race out. Invisibility potion. Get up behind here. Pick up our bound bow spell. Go invisible. And sneak out of the door with our bound bow spell. And we are done. Bit of fun with some mages. We have a bound bow, which I am going to read before I do something stupid like sell it. Which I have done once before. Bound bow. Conjuration. Favourite. Left hand. Apparel. Amulet of necromancy. Necromancy amulet. Favourite that as well. So I can easily put it on and off. Magic is low. We have a bound bow. Take all your stuff to sell. And we're done. We have the bound bow. We have dagger damage. So we've got a bit of some reasonable damage here. So we're doing 48 damage. Can't remember whether that's including arrow damage or plus arrow damage. But anyway, we have the bound bow now. Fendal,
We heading out?
let's go.
Keep going.
Alright, I will end this episode here. And I am probably going to run from here over to this looks like a good spot to put a save in, nice and pretty. Ah, pretty. I'll put a save here. Can you save? Oh, what's the place I'm thinking of? Anyway, I will see you guys in the next episode. Cheers.